Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Medical Classes by Dr. Srinidhi Kumar Acharya. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and also please write down your valuable comments also. So, friends, as we know, we are discussing about series of samskaras. And in the last class, we have seen the Upanayana samskara. And in the last class, we have seen the implementation of Indian system of education and the implementation of the present modern system of education. What are the advantages, disadvantages, and where we actually missed the track, and why there is imbalance in this society in the present day scenario, and what is the root cause for all such problems we have discussed in the last class. As we have deviated from the Indian system of education, that has created a lot of imbalance in the society in the long term, and that has been resulted in so many present existing problems, so which are not answerable. One of them is unemployment. One of them is you are educated but you are not skillful. Another one is there is tendency to have the same course. If computer science is getting scope, everybody go to the computer science only. There is not equal distribution of the profession. So we have got over flooded employers in one particular field, and we have got scarcity of employers in another field. All these things are actually happening because of the present day educational system. Okay, because present day educational system has got the option that students can select their own according to their own wishes without considering the inborn capacity of the child. Even the parents also say that if the computer science is software engineering is getting the scope, and now the parents also put the pressure on the kid that yes, you have to go for that only, you should be an engineer in future, but that child is very skillful in some other activities, but parents are not worried about that, so they are prejudiced. And everybody is going to the field of medical field, everybody is going to the field of going to engineering field. So definitely there will be overfloodedness there, and there will be scarcity in other important fields. But Indian system education is not like that. It takes care of all such aspects. So there is no question of imbalance in the society. But present education system created a lot of imbalance in the society. So everybody is confused actually. Parents are confused, students are confused, teachers are confused, everybody is confused. Anyway, that's the we cannot change it at present, and that's the fact that you have to accept it. Anyway, this is how once the modern education started, Britishers started their educational system over here, how the things are get changed in the long term. Last 200 years, everything has been changed, and the natural way of studying according to the Indian mindset and also Indian culture, and that has been totally missed now, which is quite unfortunate. So, continuing with the series of lectures with the samskaras, and today we will have another important samskara, that is Akshara Lekhana samskara. Akshara Lekhana samskara. This Akshara Lekhana samskara is also called as Vedharamba samskara. Yes, it is also called as Vedharamba samskara. Now there are a lot of references regarding this Akshara Lekhana or Vedharamba samskara. Now, what Sushruta says is in the Sharirasthana, the 10th chapter, he says, Shaktimantam chenam jnatvaha yatavarnam vidya grahayit. So now what he says, Shaktimantam chenam jnatvaha yatavarnam vidyam grahayit, that is, education should be started yatha varnam, according to the varna, by considering the Shaktimantam capacity, physical and mental capacity of the child. By considering these two important facts, if it is okay, then you can start the education to a child by considering the varna. Again, in the previous one class I have clarified, varna not refers to brahmana, vaishya, kshatriya, shudra, etc. Varna refers to the psychological quality. Okay, so those who are very good in academics, where psychologically their cognition power is good, psychologically their grasping power is good, retention power is good, so then they are called as brahmanas, and they should be taught with the academics. Okay, so those who are very good in leadership quality, administration quality, leading quality, giving shelter to others, okay, such type of mentality who is there, they are called as kshatriyas. Those who are very good in inference, those who are very good in calculation, those who are very good in plus and minus things. So they are called as Vaishyas. So they are so that's that particular quality of the mind is called as Vaishya quality of the mind. So calculative property. So their calculation never misses. They are very accurate in their calculation. And Shudra is the working mindedness. It is service mindedness. Employers. Nowadays it is employers. So like this, by considering the psychological quality of the child, don't read the physical quality of the child, and don't read the caste system of the child. By considering the psychological quality of the child, you decide in which field you can start the education. Academic field, some other war field or administration field or leadership field, or some calculative fields like business, etc., or other employers. Okay, so that field. So accordingly you have to start the education. Now तस्य कुमारस्य पुरुषार्थसाधनं हेतुभूतं क्रियाः निर्दिश्यमानं शक्तिमन्तं च इत्यादि. शक्तिमन्तं विद्यार्जनक्लेशसः यथावर्णम् इति. So what is the meaning of shaktivantam? So then Sushruta says the meaning of shaktimantam means vidyarjana klesha kshama saha. That means he is able to tolerate the stress of education. Vidyarjana klesha kshama. So he is able to, nowadays we are starting the education in the third year itself, fourth year itself. Child is not ready for that. Okay, child only experiences the stress out of it, and there is no any outcome out of it except the stress. Okay, and just we are keeping the baby busy, and parents are happy when the child is reciting some of the poems. That's all. So therefore, leave that period. The child can play himself or herself and explore the world by in its own way. And once the child has got physical and mental fitness, he is able to tolerate the stress of the child, stress of the education, physically and mentally is fit. Then only you start the education. This is told by Dallana. Dallana very clear says, Shaktimantam vidyardhana kleshakshamaha yata varnamiti brahmanaha rajanyo dandaniti vaishyo vartahamiti. So that means he says for the Brahmana, that means those who are very interested in academics, but psychologically they are good to receive the academic aspects. So they are called as Brahmanas. For them, teach the same. And for Rajanyo, for the Kshatriya persons, Kshatriya group, so the political sense, Dandaniti, that should be taught. And then for Vaishyo, Varthamiti. So for Vaishyos, the business skills has to be taught. So this is very clearly told by Dallana. Okay, now Panchame Varshe. This is according to Dharma Sindhusara, Hindu religious books. What this is, Panchame Varshe Akshara Lekhana Arambham Uttarayana Karyehe Annakumbasyaha Suryo Varjaha. So that means in the 5th year of the life, Akshara Lekhana Samskara should be done. Okay, now Sushruta, while he explaining the Akshara Lekhana Samskara, he is not clear about the age. He says Shaktimantam Kumarasya. Okay, he should be capable mentally and physically. But Hindu religious books, they says that Panchame Varshe Akshara Lekhana Arambham, that too in the Uttarayana Kala. Okay, so Suryo Varja. So that means this is what is told in Dharma Sindhu. They are specifically told that 5 years of life. Now if you go for Ashtanga Sangraha, this says that Anushishyet Sada Chainam Dharmaya Vinayaya. So that means now onwards, that is 5 years onwards, now we have to try to develop the social superego of the child. Superego means when the behavior of the child is subjected to the social rules, then there is a evaluation of another personality of the child, and that is called a superego of the child. Okay, so ego, superego, these are different. Ego means it is behavior of the child is subjected to the home environment and family members, and because of that interaction, there will be development of another personality of the child. Child learns so many things. When the same child is subjected to the social rules, it develops another important personality, and that is called a superego. So he says, during this time, we have to taught the things about Dharmaya Vinayaya Cha. That means Dharmaya Vinayaya. If you explain the baby child to follow the path of the Dharma or follow the path of Vinaya, then development of superego of the child is good. Okay, it's of optimal quality. Anyway, so evamena kumarasya kumarayam yavanam praptihe dharmartham kaushalaagamanam cha anupalayet. So these are the explanations given about Akshara Lekhana Samskara in classics and also Hindu religious books. We will see that. This is a very special samskara performed in the 5th year of the life as per the Hindu religious books. First time child is practiced to write few words. So what actually we are doing in this samskara is, first time we are initiating the writing skill of the child. Okay, traditionally, if you see, it will be performed by making a child to sit on the lap of the father or the priest or the physician, and a plate which is filled with the rice particles kept in front of the child, and on an auspicious day of Uttarayana Kala, like Vijayadashmi, usually it is done on the day of Vijayadashmi. So first time the father practices writing skill to the child by holding the finger of the child, by holding the hands of the child. So father make the baby to write some of the words, auspicious words like Om, etc. Okay, so this is how for the first time the writing skill of the child has been practiced. Usually this is done on the day of Uttarayana, where usually on the day of Vijayadashmi. Okay, Hindu tradition, it is usually done on the day of Vijayadashmi. By holding the right hand of the child, the father practices the child to write some of the letters. Okay, so basically this indicates the closure of preschool age and also starting of the school age. The fifth year of the life is a very crucial period, isn't it? So it indicates the preschool age is over, now the school age has been started. So therefore the child is now fit to be admitted to the school, and this is a period of rapid brain growth also. Now in this period the brain growth is also very rapid and it's completed. Brain growth is almost all completed by the end of fifth year, and by that time the physically and mentally child will be fit, and he can be admitted to the school, and a proper way of education can be started. If you talk in terms of ancient Indian system medicine, so after 1 or 2 years, for the after fifth year, after Akshara Lekhana samskara, for the next 1 or 2 years he will be taught by the parents itself, and later onwards he will be done Upanayana, and after Upanayana he will be sent to the ashram, to the guru. Ancient Indian system. And the present system, fifth year is the time when we usually admit the baby to the child, admit the baby to the school. So even the government policy in India also recommends that 5 years as the minimum age for the admission in the first standard, isn't it? You can do whatever LKG, UKG and all those things, but for the first standard the minimum age is always 5 years. And same is told in Akshara Lekhana samskara also, or Vedharamba samskara also. He says that it's fifth year of the life. So Ayurveda also used the word Shaktivanta, which means one who is able to tolerate the stress of writing and reading, as the criteria for admission in the school. See, again Ayurveda says that it is not the age which is the criteria for admission of the school. Physical and mental fitness of the child is the criteria for admission into the school. Shaktivantam chena jnatva. Okay. So during preschool years, or in the Kaumaravastha, the face grows with widening of the jaws due to the eruption of the permanent teeth. Now, fifth year of the life, usually now the temporary tooth start falling down, and then the permanent tooth occurs. As soon as the permanent tooth appear, there is widening of the bones of the face, and face becomes little white. And similarly, crude locomotor skills are applied as specialized activities like games, so that he can enjoy the play also. Now the fine motor movement, crude motor movements, everything is well developed. Now he can hold the pen, he can write the things. Okay, so fine pincer grasp is also developed, mature pincer grasp is also developed, so everything will be fine. So ascending starts by 3 years and descending the starts by 4 years starts, and jumping is possible by 5 years. This is how we can make use of this samskara for the assessment of the growth and development. Child is able to copy the circle by 3 years, able to do the cross and the square by 4 years, and he shall be able to draw a triangle by 5 years. So when child is able to do all this movement, okay, of writing, then only child has to be admitted to the school. Before that, it's only practice, that's all. So this is about Akshara Lekhana samskara, the particular age which is not mentioned in Ayurveda, but Hindu religious books explains that it is fifth year of the age, and it is also corresponds to the present government's policy of minimum age for the admission to the school as of 5 years. Okay, so this is nothing but this indicates the closure of the preschool age and starting of the school age. Okay, so thank you very much for your patience hearing. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, Medical Classes by Dr. Srinidhi Kumar Acharya, and also give your valuable comments. In the next class, we will come out with another important samskara, that is called as Godana samskara. Thank you very much.